The silence of the vast national park was only broken by the distant, sorrowful cry of a lone animal. A tiny, 3-week-old baby elephant lay motionless beside its mother, a magnificent matriarch who had finally succumbed to the devastating drought. The calf was barely conscious, severely dehydrated, and its small frame was dangerously cold after the brutal night. This was a tragedy born of nature's indifference. But for the rescue team arriving by helicopter, it was a race against time. They worked with practiced haste, securing the fragile calf for an urgent journey to the sanctuary. When the entire world of a creature collapses, where do they find the strength to even take the next breath? Watch till the end to see the answer. The helicopter ride to the rehabilitation center was successful, but the crisis was far from over. In the sterile, warm, intensive care unit, the baby elephant remained in deep emotional shock. We had stabilized its body, but its spirit was failing. Elephant calves, perhaps more than any other species on Earth, are creatures of profound emotional attachment. Scientific studies confirm that the loss of a mother is not just a deprivation of milk and protection. It's the shattering of their entire emotional universe. A steady, quiet man named Amon, a senior keeper with decades of experience, watched over the baby elephant. He noticed that despite the advanced heat lamps and the expertly crafted milk formula, the calf shook almost continuously. It was not shivering from cold, but from sheer, inconsolable grief and terror. The calf's small trunk, no bigger than a garden hose, was held rigid, refusing to unfurl and accept the bottle. Amon and the veterinary team were trapped in an empathy gap. We could treat the symptoms of dehydration and exposure perfectly, but how do you administer medicine for a broken heart? The scientific frustration was palpable. Every chart showed vital signs stable. Yet the animal was deteriorating because of its emotional paralysis. Amon felt this failure deeply. He knew the traditional methods, the synthetic milk, the sterile environment, were necessary for survival, but they utterly lacked the essential element of maternal comfort. The calf was instinctively searching for something massive, warm, and yielding to press against. Amon realized that what the baby elephant needed wasn't a prescription. It needed a sense of familiarity, a tactile memory of safety. That night, Amon's intuition led him away from the high-tech medical room toward a soft, unconventional solution that would change everything for the lonely calf. Amon's plan was simple, yet born of a keeper's deepest understanding of trauma and desperation. He gently carried the rigid, distressed baby elephant out of the intensive care unit and into the small staff office adjacent to it. In the corner sat an old, familiar sofa. This was the pattern interrupt. It was a well-worn piece of furniture, with deep brown corduroy cushions that were soft and yielding, having absorbed years of warmth and the scent of the many keepers who had rested there. Amon carefully settled the baby elephant onto the cushions. The contrast was immediate and profound. The baby elephant's small body, which had been tense and trembling for days, relaxed instantly. Its head slowly lowered, its cheek resting against the soft fabric, next to a colorful, hand-knitted throw blanket that lay draped over the armrest. The sensory detail was everything. The soft, yielding texture of the corduroy acted as a phantom touch, a comforting memory of the large, warm body it had lost. For the first time since the rescue, the baby elephant's breathing deepened, becoming even and quiet. Its small, tightly curled trunk finally unfurled, tentatively exploring the sofa's surface. It was a gesture of trust, a moment of profound, simple peace. The entire sanctuary staff watched the next morning, amazed. The baby elephant was not just sleeping. It was sprawled across the sofa with the complete, luxurious abandon of a creature who felt truly safe. More importantly, when Amon offered the morning bottle, the calf accepted it eagerly, drinking every drop. The sofa had become the cornerstone of its recovery, a life-saving bridge back to stability. But as the calf started to thrive, the solution that had saved its life began to create a complex and heartbreaking challenge, leading to our next dilemma. The baby elephant's recovery was nothing short of miraculous. Within weeks, it had gained significant weight, its dull, traumatized eyes now sparkling with the deep intelligence and boundless curiosity characteristic of its species. However, its dependence on the sofa grew into an obsession. Every evening, as the Kenyan sky turned brilliant shades of orange and purple, the baby elephant would make its way, with deliberate, wobbly steps, straight to the office. The sofa was its sanctuary, its non-negotiable comfort zone, and it refused to sleep anywhere else. This presented a significant stakes escalation for the entire team. While the staff celebrated its emotional healing, the veterinary director voiced valid concerns. Elephants in the wild sleep on the ground, often utilizing soft earth and natural materials to create a nest. A dependence on human furniture, a synthetic, elevated surface, could become a serious, fundamental obstacle to the sanctuary's ultimate goal, reintroducing the baby elephant to a wild herd. The conflict was heartbreakingly simple. The very safety net we provided was becoming a golden cage. The physical reality underscored the dilemma. The keepers, including Amon, now required 2 people to carefully lift the growing, increasingly heavy calf onto the sofa. We captured footage showing the sofa frame beginning to creak ominously as the baby elephant attempted its clumsy, independent climb. The structural limits of the furniture were being tested daily. How could we take away the one constant that had guaranteed its safety and comfort without triggering the devastating trauma responses that had nearly killed it during its first days? The team recognized they couldn't simply remove the sofa. They had to honor the animal's powerful emotional memory. Amon realized the solution wasn't removal, but redirection, a gentle, methodical reintroduction of the earth itself. The team devised a carefully planned protocol to bridge the gap, recognizing that this was more than simple training. It was about honoring the animal's memory and guiding its instincts back to the wild where it truly belonged. The process would need to be so gradual that the baby elephant would barely notice the changes, ensuring its continued emotional security throughout the entire transition. The final phase began with subtle, yet profound changes. The team started scattering soft savanna grasses and hay, the same materials wild elephants use for bedding, on top of the corduroy cushions. The baby elephant's reaction was heartwarming. Its evening ritual immediately evolved into an elaborate process of nest building, methodically arranging the grasses with its trunk before settling in. It was showing us its willingness to adapt. Next came the gradual decrease in elevation. The team introduced a series of platforms, each incrementally lower than the sofa, slowly expanding the sleeping area. The baby elephant adapted beautifully, its trust allowing it to accept each change. The ultimate test came when a raised bed of natural earth, built to match the height of the lowest platform, was introduced. One evening, Amon and the keepers watched from the doorway in silent awe. The narrow-bust baby elephant bypassed the corduroy sanctuary entirely. It went straight to the earth platform, using its growing, powerful trunk and feet to excavate a shallow depression, the perfect self-made nest for its body. It then carefully lined this self-made bed with the softest grasses. For the first time since its mother's death, the baby elephant was sleeping on the earth, utilizing the ancient, instinctual knowledge of its ancestors. This was the ultimate emotional payoff. The sofa wasn't a permanent bed, it was a stepping stone. The powerful lesson here is that healing doesn't require immediate toughness. It often requires a gentle bridge. Comfort is not the opposite of strength. It is the source of resilience, allowing a wounded soul to grow strong enough to face the wild again. If this incredible story of hope and kindness touched your heart, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching.